hit the room, me and my crew, and it was cool until we bumped into you. Now it's been years, but there you were like a Mustang, redlining every single gear with a minute dance like he was born in 49, but lost his groove back in ancient times. I wanna know what those replacement hips. Is that a Swatch watch? Do you know what time it is? Does he run deep enough to take you there? Does he run?
Hello guys and girls and Fast and the Furious fans around the world. Oh man, today it is a bittersweet day because it's officially, I'm just going to show you guys like a little bit of a preview. There we go. It's our last car for now in the Fast and the Furious model movie car collection vlogs. Guys, as I'm looking at this last car before I reveal it to you guys, the whole reason behind doing this whole series is just to share my love of the Fast and Furious films with you guys and showcase my favorite cars of the series. And maybe, who knows guys, maybe you wind up watching the series or getting interested in watching a couple of the movies. I know I usually say it towards the end of the videos, but strap in your seatbelt, get in gear, because for the last car in the Fast and the Furious model movie car collection, from the very first film, The Fast and the Furious 2001, the one, the only, orange Toyota Supra. Now how's that for a finale? So before we get into the car, I would just like to send a special shout out to the Paul Walker Foundation, the late great actor Paul Walker himself, my hero from the Fast and the Furious movie series, my other hero, Mr. Vin Diesel, who played Dominic Toretto, Mia Toretto, who is played by the lovely and talented Jordana Brewster, and of course there's my main guy. I did mention him in my Jetta vlog, Jesse, the wonderful Jesse, who is played of course by the very talented Mr. Chad Lindbergh, and of course my favorite guy Hector, played by the one and only Noel G. So if I didn't mention my other favorite actors, I promise you guys there's still a whole series left to do, so you will get mentioned. So after Brian asks Agent Bilkins for another car with that legendary line of his, Bilkins, I'm gonna need another car, or something along the lines of that. It's that legendary scene of where the flatbed truck with the Toyota Supra, before it became the speed machine that we know later on in the film, reverses into the driveway of the Toretto garage, and Dom just looks at this truck and is like, you know what? And then when he sees Brian coming out of the truck, what is this? This is your car. My car? That's not my car. I said a 10-second car, not a 10-minute car. And then it's a little bit of banter and, yeah, like really, dude, you want us to win race wars and this, you know, that kind of thing. And then when they get it off the truck into the garage, Brian says to Jesse, pop the hood, pop the hood, pop the hood. And then they are all surprised at how good the car is, and they realize, and then Jesse spells out the odds and ends and overnight parts from Japan, and I think Jesse said something about 15 to 20K. I think he did it like that. This will decimate all after you put about 15 to 20K into it. And then Dom says one of his most legendary Dominic Toretto lines ever, we'll put it on my tab at Harry's. And then he just looks at Brian like that, like smiling, and he's like, I gotta get you racing again so I can make some money off your ass. So I don't know if you guys noticed in my vlog about the Ford F-150 SVT Lightning, also known as the Racer's Edge pickup truck, but I did put like the beginning of Dom and Brian and the crew collecting the parts from Harry's shop that they put on Dominic's tab at Harry's, where they take it to Dominic's garage to start building the Supra up from the 10-minute wreck that came in, to the 10-second speed machine that we have come to know and love towards the end of the Fast and the Furious 2001. And yeah, other than that, I will try and get you guys some more awesome scenes that features the orange Toyota Supra. Thank you for watching all the videos up until now, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy watching this video as well, because it is, guys, I can't describe what the Fast and the Furious movies mean to me. Watching Fast and the Furious from a very young age up until the present, really I can say, and I'm proud to say it, that I grew up watching the Fast and the Furious movies, and I couldn't think of a better car to end off the very first, the Fast and the Furious 2001 model movie car portion of my collection than the orange Toyota Supra. The car that went from a 10-minute car to a 10-second car. And as I always tell you guys, Harry Dream Chaser!
Hey Tanner, I'm gonna need another car.
What about collection service?
Hold on.
Dom, I don't know what to do with this.
What the hell is this? What do you got there?
This is your car.
My car? I said a 10-second car, not a 10-minute car.
You could push this across the finish line or tow it.
Couldn't even tow that across the finish line.
No faith.
Oh, I have faith in you, but this isn't a junkyard, this is a garage.
Hey, pop the hood.
Pop the hood?
Pop the hood.
2JZ engine, no shit.
And what did I tell you?
I retract my previous statement.
You know what? This will decimate all after. You put about 15 grand in it or more if we have to. Overnight parts from Japan.
We'll put it on my tab at Harry's.
Yes!
I gotta get you racing again so I can make some money off your ass. There's a showdown in the desert called Race Wars, and that's where you'll do it. I'll tell you what, when you're not working at Harry's, you're working here. If you can't find the right tool in this garage, Mr. Arizona, you don't belong near a car.
He owns you now.
What you doing?
I owe you a 10-second car.
We hit the room, me and my crew, and it was cool until we bumped into you. Now it's been